What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of Where Are They Now, where we interview old 15 Minutes of Lame contestants and find out if their reptile dreams came true or if they went south faster than I would on a fucking hot snake chick. And who do we have here? We have my old friend, fucking Kori fucking Martin.
That's
What's
great.
going on, Kori?
Martin, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Hmm? You've
Yeah,
been
so I don't normally watch this, and so I was just observing your little intro, and it's very fancy.
very fancy. That's
Very
what I do.
fancy.
I got to make the intro look cool because I'm so not cool that maybe it'll offset. You know, they'll be like, "Oh, this looks interesting," and then they tune into me and they're like, "Yeah, no, not really." What have you been up to for the last 2 years?
Yeah, nothing at all.
Nothing, right? Yeah, you've been very quiet.
Yeah,
You're not
totally.
doing shows. You're not advertising.
No, I gave up breeding like right after.
Don't I wish that was true? Like the ones that gave up are so much more fun to sit down with.
I'm sure
Um,
they are. It's a lot more. I'm sure they have actual interesting things going on in their lives instead of cleaning snake shit all day.
Yeah, but it's more like lateral moves they make, right? Like it's not, they waste their lives doing some other dumb shit now. So,
That's true.
you're like collecting toys or fucking
Yeah, who
making
would
little
do that?
plastic
How
toys. That's,
ridiculous.
that's what I'm saying, fucking nerds, right? So, um, but obviously that's not true.
Yeah, no, it's I've had a very busy season, and it's definitely been keeping me on my toes.
Well, you've had a busy year, right? Because you stopped working this
I
year and went
did.
full time with this.
I did. Well, it was more I needed to leave my job than I was like, yay, I want to do snakes full time. But I kind of by default I'm doing it full time now. And yeah, I thought I was going to have all this extra time when I left my job, and that hasn't so much happened because now I spend all of my time cleaning animals because I made way too many animals this year.
And how many animals did you have before this year? Like 6 months ago, how many animals do you have?
Oh my
Or did
god.
you have?
So I love how you assume that I'm like super organized and have an answer for you. So that's
Yeah.
really cool.
Well,
Um,
I don't think you can be that
I
organized when
mean,
you have snakes in your dining room,
right.
So,
No, I mean, I think I ended up with somewhere around 200 babies this year. Um, so
Jesus. Okay.
it was
Pain
too
in the
many.
ass.
And it was hognoses and ball pythons and Brettles and carpet pythons. So it was just a lot of different stuff. Um, and it was too much. I've kind of figured out where my happy spot is by going past it. So
Well, you kind of got rid of the hog noses, right?
I did, yeah. So I got rid of the breeders. I'm still moving out some of the babies. Um, and then I'm in the process of moving out, a lot of my breeders from my first couple of years of breeding ball pythons to make space for the new stuff coming up.
Right. Out
Yeah.
of the 200 babies that you had, how many are you holding back?
Oh, it depends on. I don't know if I decide there's a new camera I want to buy, but
Yeah. Because on top of all this shit, you're fucking traveling 10 times a month now. You're fucking
yeah, it's been.
just going out doing photography shit. Didn't you just get back from Alaska?
Yeah, I went to Alaska in August. I went to shoot. I went to this like super remote area and where I was hanging out with grizzly bears. It was really fun. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway,
And-
so snakes are kind of like funding my travel and photography fund right now.
okay. So you're one of the few that are actually making money at this. And
I am. I've been moderately profitable this year. So
was this the first year or no?
I think I technically had a minor profit last year. But then I had carry forward losses um, from purchases of animals and that kind of thing. This is the first year where I've had a really substantial profit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kori is insane. Like she sells so much that when I ask her what she made at a show, she'll be like, I don't know, maybe around like 7 grand at a local show. But I only came home with 3 because I bought another animal. But you haven't done that in a
My
while.
other animals. I've
What's
bought like 3 animals this year.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's because you were
I was
the
on a bender there for a while.
really
Yeah.
you were going hardcore at it.
I tore it up for a while, but I've slowed dramatically at this point. I'm generally making my females and buying a few key males. So,
Mhm. And how much did your collection change from 2 years ago until now?
well, it's a whole hell of a lot bigger.
Mm,
Um, and I have a few more species than I did then. But mostly the scale is just really different.
right, okay. And you know we ask this to everybody. How much money did you spend in the last 2 years growing everything?
Oh, in the last 2 years, probably around 80 grand.
Okay. Well, that's actually it's not bad. I mean, if that's
Running
30 one
years
year and
before
50 the
that,
other,
it's more substantial, but the last
right.
2 years, that's probably what I spent.
Okay, and you're crushing it now.
Yeah, and I've
Okay.
made more than that this year.
Okay, good. And I mean, you really don't have much more room in your house, right? So is that
No,
one of the other
no.
reasons?
Yeah, so it is. I'm trying to kind of do that move toward not as many animals but higher price point per clutch, um,
Right.
and kind of trying to transition in that direction right now. So
Okay.
it's just been challenging to figure out which projects to let go of. That's been, my main challenge.
Well, and are you using any of the animal management software stuff now?
So yes. I've been using Husbandry Pro on and off for about the past year and a half.
Mhm.
I go on these, 1 or 2 day tears where I think I'm going to update everything and get really
Right.
good about using it. And then as soon as I update it, like I find it cumbersome and a pain in the ass and I don't do
Yeah.
anything with it. So
Yeah,
that's
well, that's the problem with all of them, right? Is that initial that initial I gotta put every animal that I own into this.
yeah. And then every time you have a new clutch, you got to go through that whole process. And
Right. Uh,
yeah. And so I tend to do a little bit better with spreadsheets. I'm much better about keeping my spreadsheets up to date.
just an Excel file.
Yeah. Well, not in
Yeah.
Excel, but Google Sheets. But yeah,
Okay.
same.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And being that you've grown so much in the last 2 years, you have a fairly big family.
I
Are
do.
they helping you at all or no?
So one of my daughters helps. She's the only kid who will actually clean things and do a good job, and who I can trust to, actually do stuff. Everyone else is completely worthless, like completely worthless. So
Even your husband?
no, so he's not completely worthless. Um, he does all the food and water for the rodents because I do
Mhm.
rodents too. So he keeps them fed and watered. Um, and he like carries heavy things for me when I'm loading my car to go vend and stuff. So he helps.
And he sometimes goes to the shows,
And
right, with you?
he like provides the income that lets me do all of this nonsense. So
Right, so you're
you know,
just like, "Honey, you do whatever you want, just,
he's really, really, really supportive.
yeah, just make sure the mortgage gets paid and we're good to go," so and because you've grown so much, do you ever think about outbuildings or somewhere else to keep everything?
Yeah, I mean, so I'm kind of limited because I live in a suburban development with an HOA, and I'm not
Right.
even allowed to have a shed in my backyard.
Oh, okay.
So there's not a whole lot I could do here. I would either need to get a facility, like rent a space to set up a facility somewhere else, or move my house and move somewhere where I have some acreage and can have an outbuilding, or that kind of thing. And
Right.
all of that's really expensive, and I like having low overhead. So I don't
Well
have a
well, not only that, all of that is such a fucking hassle.
it is.
I mean, they offered me a place on the 2nd floor here, and it would have been it's
Oh yeah.
30 feet away,
Oh
and I'm
yeah.
just like, "Yeah, no, it's just moving all this shit would just be like, come on, man."
Yep.
Um, So I figure if I'm only going to be here for 2 or 3 years, I'm just going to keep it. But do you have aspirations of going big like Justin or big
No,
like mutation creation?
no, I do not.
Okay,
It was so I had 45 clutches this year. That was more than I want to be making. I think my happy spot's going to be closer to 30.
right.
And I don't want to have to deal with employees. Like I just every degree that you make it more complex means there's like a whole extra layer of administrative work to deal with, and
Yeah. Mhm.
I don't want to do that. So
No,
yeah,
I
no. So
totally got you.
I plan to stay. I plan to stay small.
Okay. So you plan on going like the Aussie route as opposed to the Justin
I'm
route?
very much modeling myself on the Aussie approach in terms of, the plan to grow by, increasing dollar value of your collection over time rather than, you know, amounts of animals.
Quantity, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and what were the bigger genes that you invested in the last 2 years?
Yeah. So the big one that I've been doing a fair amount this year has been acid and confusion. I've bought several recessive males for acid confusion projects. I've also gone fairly deep into Monarch. I should be producing. I have a couple of chances at producing Monarch clowns this year.
Mhm.
So those are kind of the bigger ones where that I've been going into. Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Alright, and where do you see Corey Martin in 5 years?
I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, none, right?
I've
The way
like
you switch
literally,
plans, yeah.
I've never been able to accurately predict a 5-year period in my life ever. So I don't know why this would be any different. Um, I'll see if I'm having fun with it, and if I'm having fun with it, great. And if I'm not, then who knows? This,
Okay.
it's not that serious.
Well, right, exactly. Fucking a lot of these ball python breeders act like, you're curing cancer, and the reality of it is you put 2 animals in a fucking cage, they're gonna fuck,
I
right?
mean, at least
So,
ball pythons, they will. Some of these other
yeah.
ones I'm working with, it takes a little bit more than that, but
I'm sure the Brettles and the carpets and all that, it's a little bit more intensive. But you're like a hot shot in the carpet world too, right?
I don't know about hot shot, but I have a really, really nice carpet python collection and make some
Yeah,
good
no,
stuff.
I've talked to some people. You're a fucking hot shot, right? Don't be playing like, oh, I'm not that. Yeah, no, no, it's already. I've done my research. Literally
Sure.
everybody fucking talks about you.
All right.
Um, and you're doing Brettles too. You said,
Yeah, so I produced Brettles this year, which was really exciting because you have to cool them a lot, like down into the 50s
right?
as part of the breeding process. And I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get consistent 50-degree temperatures in Texas. So somehow I managed to pull it off. So that was pretty exciting.
Are they in a different room than your ball pythons? And
So this is the fun part. So for the cool down for them, I cool all my carpets down. The main carpet collection stays at about 67. I can get to about that in my main room. There's a whole group of carpet pythons, Brettles included, that are called spring breeders, and they tend to need temperatures that go down even cooler. So for them, I literally every day grab them from their enclosure, put them in a box, take them into my laundry room, where in the night I can like open up a window and keep the window there, but close the door without making my whole house cold. And then I'll bring them back to warm up during the day and then go back and do it again the next night.
how many do you have?
So last year I did it with 6, but only one pair actually bred. I'll probably do about that this year again too.
Oh, all right. So it's not horrible. It's not a
No,
lot of
no,
back and
and
forth. Yeah.
sometimes I'll leave them there for a few days,
Right.
without bringing them back to warm up, so,
Okay.
yeah, but it's
Um.
in the ass.
All right. You're still in that fucking Huffman project, huh?
I am in the Huffman Project. I made some really amazing stuff in the Huffman Project this year.
Sure.
I
Okay.
did. I did. You
Uh,
saw it and you loved it, so even don't even give me that.
I did see it, but honestly, what was going on was I just got tired of fucking dickheads associating us. Like every time I saw an ad, they're like, "Oh, maybe Chris Eaton will buy it," and I'm just like,
Every
"Shut the fuck up!"
every
So
time.
fucking annoying. It's like it's all fun and good to make fun of it, like personally, like
Right,
together, like
right,
I
sure.
made the mistake of letting it slip, and then it was 10 times worse, and I'm just like, you guys don't even get the joke, so just
It's
shut the fuck up, you know.
amazing, like, the number of times it shows and stuff, people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna take a picture of this for Chris Eden."
Right, send it to Chris Eaton.
Please do.
Wh-
You're
wh-
the person to do.
Whenever you're at a big show, I get fucking like 11 pictures of dudes, and what's funny is, you know, probably 3 dudes last time was like, "I went to Corey Martin's page booth and I fucking snuck this picture." I'm like, "You don't have to sneak the picture, like, Corey will fucking just tell you to
Well,
take,"
I'll pose with it for you, like, it's fine.
fucking assholes. But anyway, yes, Corey did do some nice Huffman stuff
Hey,
this year,
thanks.
so, yeah, I'm not gonna complain. So everybody just shut the fuck up already, like, fucking just shut up. Get on something else, all right? And
I do
now
have too much Huffman, and I'm trying to move some of it out because I literally don't want every single
mm,
clutch to have Huffman in it.
yeah, no, you could just sell them to, Best Dressed, fucking, he'll buy it all, right?
That's who I got some of my stuff from.
I met him for the first time in Arlington, and he's such a fucking nice guy.
He is such
It
a nice guy.
when I meet people whose main projects are like Huffman, Hypo, fucking, I just get, I'm so worried that they're just gonna be like, fuck this guy. What the, and be like, fuck you. Like I went to shake Troy's hand and I thought he was just gonna hit me with a chair. But no,
Funny.
they're so nice. Now when they're nice, you feel like a piece of shit for making fun of their fucking jeans, right? Except for that turbo gene. That turbo gene is a fucking piece of
I
work.
don't know anything about Turbo,
Yeah,
so I couldn't
yeah,
wear
I'll
them.
defend that fucking forever.
I don't generally do a good job of keeping up with, like, the new random whatever
Right,
gene. Like, I
right.
couldn't tell you half of them and what they look like.
Well, it's been said on other podcasts that I made you. All right.
You did. I owe it
So
all to you
I,
without your, I guess without my, decision to use you for your, connections and exposure in the industry, I would be
yes.
nothing. So thank you for letting
Well,
me take advantage of you.
I just wanted to let just to remind you where your bread
Right.
is buttered. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Fucking
I get it.
you,
I understand.
yeah. I mean, you could almost consider me a mentor, and I'm fine with that. Okay.
There are a lot of things I consider you, but a mentor is not one of them.
That's right. If you need any help breathing, fucking have a problem breathing, just give me a call. I'll fucking walk you through it.
Yeah, step 1, put them in the freezer. Step 2.
No, no, like I am king of the low dollar clutch,
Are you?
right? Oh yeah, if a clutch could be worth $8,000 or 200, we excelled at those $200 fucking
Oh, yeah,
clutches.
you got a lot of those normal males.
A lot of
Oh
normal
my god,
males.
I don't know
Yeah.
why you always blow the odds at normal males.
No, it's all right. You could, but you could come to me if you ever need advice on that. Um,
Well, I blew the odds on a clutch and ended up with 3 scaleless ball pythons this year,
oh,
so there's that.
and what did you do with them?
I'm giving them all away to people who know what they're doing and actually want them.
That's
Um,
fucking great that fucking snake used to be $50,000 for hets, okay? And Corey's just like, "Yeah, I'm giving them away."
there's still people who sell them, but
Yeah, but
I
not
didn't
much. I
yeah.
mean, the great part was, remember that fucking little 16-year-old piece of shit that fucking killed the scaleless ball?
I
A
remember.
and then he just went out and bought another one.
Yeah.
Fucking, um, but yeah, no, I love that. I like seeing people succeed in this whole fucking thing, but when people fail, I kinda like that just a little bit more, right? Like, fucking it's just so funny to watch these fucking potential millionaires fucking talk.
Oh
Um,
god, I don't know. I mean, certainly there are people who do that in the industry, but they are few and far between.
yeah, well, quite a few. Okay, and you actually came very close to winning the 15 minutes thing on the first season.
I was like the third runner up or something. I wasn't that close.
Well, yeah, you might have been third. I thought you were second for a
Oh no, that
while.
was the second runner up, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, I thought you were second.
Yeah.
So, um, and you were on the first Hot Chicks episode
I was, yes.
or the second, the
The
first
second
one that
one.
we recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And that's people's reason for saying that I made you,
That one
right?
is? Not
That,
the 15 minutes?
no, combination of both.
The 2.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
but the thing is that I also made Brittany gobble.
That's true.
Okay,
He owes it all
and
to you as well.
yeah, she wasn't on a 15 minutes, right?
Mhm.
So you
She
got
was
the edge on
on
her.
no, she wasn't 15 minutes. She got a full episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
because
she
Brittany
wasn't,
was hot.
relegated to
I
15
I I
minutes.
didn't know that Brittany was married. I knew that you were married, right? And fucking, I asked her on, just because I was like, maybe I could get in there, but now somehow I got in that fucking friend zone, and I'm not saying it's the worst because Brittany's awesome, but
It's
I am
great.
saying it's a lot worse than it could have been, right?
All right.
So, but yeah, basically, I just wanted you to come on this and thank me, you
Well,
know. So
I will be in your debt forever. So
that's
I'm
what I'm saying.
incredibly thankful.
It's so awesome to have people like Corey Martin in your pocket that you could just go to and fucking be like, "Hey, I need this." Okay, um,
Yeah, you text me every once in a while. You're like, just remember I made you.
just remember, fucking remember which side of the bread the jam is on. Okay, fucking so.
I get it.
Well, obviously I'm kidding. Corey could have never did anything with me, and she would still be at exactly this fucking point. Because successful people are just going to be successful no matter what you do. Like I tell everybody all the day, if Justin opened a restaurant instead of doing ball pythons, he would be Gordon Ramsay by now.
That's absolutely
And then I meet these other guys that are like, "Oh, I'm going to change the industry." I'm like, "Motherfucker, you're going to be gone in 2 years."
mhm.
Like you could tell you've been in this long enough, right? Like you fucking could tell when they're like, "I spent $40,000 on this snake." And you're like, I wouldn't have did that if I were you. Be-
Yeah, I mean, I don't run into I mean, most of the people I've seen who are new getting into it have been like in spending a lot of money have been actually like really smart, much smarter than I was when
right.
I
Yeah.
was getting in. Um, but yeah, it's more the people who are just buying like everything the cheapest they can find it
Mhm.
and just trying to get all these deals. Those are the ones that tend to like implode as soon as they start realizing how much it costs to keep a collection going.
Yeah. Every month. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, um, you've been killing it at the shows lately, but have you did any of the big ones?
So Arlington is the biggest one that I've done.
Right. Right. Okay.
I think the group that I vend with, I think we're planning to try to start doing Tinley. We're just on the wait list, so it's whenever we clear that.
Right.
Um, and then I think we're going to try to do at least like St. Louis or like one of the other NARBC shows.
Right.
But I haven't done Daytona. I haven't done Super Show.
Do you
Um,
have an interest in doing Daytona?
so not really. I mean, it's just too much. I don't know. I don't like spending, 16 hours in the car. And so I'd like to
Right.
limit it to be a little bit not so frequent. And I guess it's only once a year. Um,
Doesn't matter. That 16 hours will kill you for 10 months,
I
and you
know.
won't fucking want to go anywhere else.
Well, it's not long to get to Tinley too, but I don't know. It's Tinley.
Yeah. Daytona is a great show.
Yeah, no, I've heard wonderful things. I'd really like to. I'd really like to go and just like go and be at the show.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You should really just go
Yeah,
to one to hang out because
yeah,
that's where the fun part is. The
yeah.
fun part isn't the show. They got 30 feet between the aisles,
That's what I
you
hear.
know? And now instead of just making the aisles 20 feet, they fucking opened up another room and put 30 feet in between the aisles again. And
Oh,
it was so fucking stupid, man.
wow.
Um, but I would like to see out of the Daytona because just another place to hang out, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
and Pomona and no shot. I don't know if I'll ever go to one of those. That's just too much, you know. It's too far, you
It's a
know.
it's a haul to get out there for sure.
Yeah, I used to date somebody in California while I was in New York, and that shit, I made that flight too many times.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just like 6 hours, like fucking, and that's me flying. You're
That's the
fucking
point, you're
chugging
not
along in the
driving with
car.
a bunch of animals in your car.
Yeah, fucking, I wouldn't want to risk it anyway. Fucking,
Yeah.
because remember, that's 32 hours that you spent in a car with people that you'll probably hate by the end of fucking that ride, right? So,
Yeah, it
um,
would be hard to be in a car with people that long and not end up hating them, at least for
yeah,
me.
absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, I could barely
Um,
stand to be driving around with you for an hour, so
yeah.
yeah.
How could people get in touch with you? Yeah.
So I'm on Instagram and Facebook, Kori Martin Reptiles. That's usually the easiest way. I also have a website. You can also email me, KoriMartinReptiles.com.
What do you prefer, Instagram or Facebook?
Facebook, I usually get to a little bit faster than Instagram.
Okay.
But either way is fine. I check both frequently.
Well, because you're over 35, right? So that's why you
Um,
go to Facebook.
it's just because of how I have notifications set up on my phone. I don't actually spend a whole lot of time on Facebook anymore either, but it's just I get the notifications faster because there's a separate messaging app.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But I am
well,
under 35 and I'm supposed to like Facebook or something.
yeah, you have to. It's a rule. Fucking, I don't even understand Instagram. Like I really don't. But like I cut and paste the same Facebook post on Instagram.
Oh, see, I originate everything on Instagram and then it gets shared to Facebook.
That's what I should be doing,
Yeah.
right? But fucking my niece looked at me and she's like 18 and she's like, "You're not even using Instagram.
Yeah.
You look like an old dude that's fucking trying to fucking, play with the young kids." So,
Yep.
um,
You do.
so yeah, fucking Instagram is a pain in the ass. But,
Yeah.
uh, dude, thank you so much for
Thank
fucking
you.
spending some time, man.
Yeah, no, it was very fun. Thanks
Mm.
for having me back on.
Yeah, no,
Now
I
I've
love
got
having you
that
on,
new
and
now I've got the new boost to, get my career to the next level.
that's what that thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, that's what these people don't realize.
Thank
All
you.
right. God, I fucking love you to death, man. You fucking rock. I'm gonna throw you in the green room again. I'm gonna play this stupid bumper and just hang out for 2 minutes. All right. All right. Thanks, babe.
Bye.
Holy shit. Fucking Corey Martin is fucking awesome and successful. And you guys could fucking learn something from her. That's all I'm saying. I'm not being a dick. I'm just saying that if you fucking talk to Corey, you could fucking learn something and maybe get out of your mom's fucking basement, you fucking cunts. Anyway, we'll see you again in 5 days where I'm having the sponsor on, Patrick McKnight from McKnight Stables. Listen, everybody go follow fucking Corey Martin, uh, CoreyMartinReptiles.com on everything. I will see you in 5 days.